You gotta stay disciplined. The reason self-discipline is actually so important is because without that, you are going to make constant excuses to everything that you actually need to do and is actually essential to what you're trying to grow in or whatever you're trying to evolve in your life. You need that self-discipline. For example, right? Let's say someone that actually has self-discipline, when they think of something that's uncomfortable, something that may be hard to them, like working out, fucking going on a run, like working on your business for hours straight, like whatever may be uncomfortable to you, someone with self-discipline, they are going to do that shit regardless. They're going to think about it and be like, I got to do it though, whether they want to do it or not. And honestly, even if you don't want to do it, the more you keep going with that, it will get to a point where you actually enjoy doing this. You will grow a love for it. Understand, the more you do something, the more you actually start to learn, understand what you're doing, and you actually start to actually acquire a passion for it. Even if you feel like you don't enjoy something right now, you never know. You might actually still enjoy that. Just go try it out. But then someone without self-discipline, though, on the other hand, they think about something they want to do, and they like, okay, they got all these goals, like they're trying to go achieve something, whatever the case may be, and then the hard stuff comes, the uncomfortable parts of it come, and whenever they see that, they're like, eh, like I don't really feel like doing it right now. I'll do it later when I feel like doing it. Right, later comes. They don't really feel like doing it. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow when I feel like it and stuff. Like, tomorrow comes, still don't feel like it, and it's just an endless loop that just keeps happening, just keeps making excuses because that discipline is not there. You need to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. When you got to do something that's hard, even if you don't feel like doing it, you still got to do it. Understand the whole reason you're doing it in the first place, what it's actually going to get to. You're not always going to feel like doing what you need to do. So there's going to be days where you wake up, let's say you're working out every single day. There's going to be days where you wake up and you're not going to feel like working out that day. But guess what? You still got to get up and do it. You still got things you got to do. There's going to be days where you wake up and you don't feel like working on your business. You don't feel like doing none of that stuff to like whatever you're doing, like whatever your business is. But guess what? You still got to do it. Otherwise, it's going to crash. You're going to lose your money, this and that. Like, no, you have to have discipline. Once you're doing so many things, like you're actually trying to acquire something that big, there's a lot that comes with that. So that self-discipline is very necessary. For example, what I'm doing with my life right now. See, for a while, I was struggling with money, right? I couldn't really find no ways to make money. Like, I was trying to find ways to do it online, like side hustles, just stuff like that. Like, and I really couldn't find nothing successful at the time. And I got to the point where I was even like, all right, yeah, fucking, I'm gonna just apply for a job or whatever, right? Because it's like, I understand the job, like the whole 9 to 5 system and everything it is a setup. And it is kind of like it's fucked up. Like, for real, the pay to work ratio is just not it at all. And anybody that understands how running a business works, you know what the fuck I mean. Like, so it's just the ratio ain't there at all. So I was like trying to stay completely away from that, but eventually it just got to the point where I realized, like, yeah, I gotta have the discipline to do that. There's not really nothing else I can do right now. And even went deeper into it, bro. It was hard for me to even get a job. Like, fucking, like, I was literally applying to like 10 fucking 20 places in a day and shit. And then nobody, like, getting no calls back, no nothing. It's like I ain't got no work experience. Like, I'm only like 18 years old. Like, it's just all this fucked up shit. I finally ended up getting one through a fucking temp service. And whenever I got there and everything, it was all cool at first. I was there for about 2 weeks, and then the second day of the second week there, the motherfuckers fired me. Just because, understand, these temp services, stay away from them temp services, bro. Because they'll literally, fucking, what these companies will do, like certain companies, like factories and stuff, because that's where I was at. I was at a food packing factory. But what these factories will do is they'll hire in a bunch of temps, and then once they hire in all those temps to get all their work caught up and everything, they'll just let them go. So they ain't got to give them benefits and stuff in the long term, this and that. They'll just keep the workers that's already been there for a while and everything. So yeah, stay away from them damn temp services. Because, like, I literally worked so hard to even get that job after putting in countless applications after day. Got that job, got fired on the second week, and I was mad as fuck at the time. Like, that shit had me pissed off. A little bit of time went by. I was still, like, applying at hella places after I got fired from there and everything. And still wasn't getting no calls back. Like, literally, like, wasn't getting nothing from nowhere. And I was getting just fed up with it at the point, but I'm like, nah, like, I can't stop. And I just was like, no, I got to be more disciplined. I got to think of, like, a foolproof plan. Like, how am I going to do this, right? Okay. I literally just got me a job recently from doing this. I fucking, overnight, like, it was like 3, 4 in the morning. Like, I was up late as fuck. And I was just like, all right, work. Like, because I shouldn't even have been up late. And I actually fixed my sleep schedule the next day after that. And I've had a good sleep schedule since then. I think the other night I actually stayed up to like 2, but just because I was busy as fuck getting shit done. But fucking, what you call it? Nah. I finally actually got me a job and everything because at Sam's Club is where I'm working. And I went on there, applied for like probably 5, 6 different positions on the website, and literally just called them the next day. Told them like, hey, I applied for like all these positions right here, right? Like I'll literally take whatever y'all need right now. Like whatever spot y'all need filled the most, I'll take it right now. Literally asked me to come in for a couple, like I don't know if it was the next day or like a couple days after, but yeah, they asked me to come in for an interview, and it was for a position that I ain't even applied for, just for the fact that I applied to so many positions and told them like, yeah, I'll work whatever y'all need me to work. I got in. And also, like another thing I want to add in here too, when you actually have self discipline in things, you just feel so much more satisfied with everything you do, right? When something's easy to do, like you actually feel like doing it, yeah, it's cool when you get it done and everything, when you really being productive, stuff like that. Yeah, it feels good and everything, but at the same time, like when you do something that you don't feel like doing, and then you actually like in the process of doing something you don't feel like doing, you're gonna want to start actually doing it. You're gonna feel like doing it once you just get into the vibe of that. So once you do that, you're gonna start feeling like doing it, then actually accomplish, and then just after you accomplish it, you just the fulfillment you feel from that shit compared to the fact like how you straight transmuted it. Understand, you just transmuted the whole vibe when you didn't feel like doing it and you still did it. Like you know how much stronger that is. You know how much further you will get doing that. Every single person in the world has days where they don't feel like doing stuff. And it may happen a lot too. So if you can do that though, and every single time you don't feel like doing something, you actually do it, oh yeah, ain't nothing gonna stop you. Cause now it don't matter. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter what you feeling right now. If something needs done, you gonna get it done. You ain't gonna procrastinate. You ain't gonna make excuses. You always gonna get things done when it needs done. Not everybody's able to do that. But if you can do that, it will take you a far way, I promise you. But yeah, man, stay disciplined, keep working. Every step's gonna make it.